Go for it, Jace.
Hi, my name is Jace Barker. I was supposed to meet with Alejandro. I'm with ITEC 451.
Yeah, so he came down with the COVID. I'm just stepping in for him. He gave me a few notes, but I'm just kind of coming in blind here. So
Okay.
what were you guys talking about?
Yeah, so we met a couple weeks ago. I had actually got in contact with one of his people that he works with, and I was kind of transferred to Alejandro. So
Who was that?
It was who? Oh shoot, I can't remember the guy's name. It was a short conversation, and then I got past Alejandro.
Okay.
So I'm with ITEC 451. I'm a sales representative in the HVAC solutions line. So we had just kind of been talking. We kind of, the more we talk, the more you kind of realize that, you're not real happy with your current supplier. So, we set up this meeting. And
who's our current supplier? Did Alejandro say?
No, he didn't. He didn't mention. No, he did not mention. No.
Who's your biggest competitors?
Biggest competitors, I'd say like Wind Supply. That's about it. Maybe Ferguson, but not so much on the HVAC line.
Okay.
So basically today, I was kind of talking about, a couple, warranties and service that was big. Kind of what we bring to the table, kind of like our value proposition. And as far as like one thing that, we do really well is, we can come to our customers like you guys, the Kearney Public Schools, and maybe a lot of your probably products you're needing maybe along with like service and not so much installation. If something arises, it's more of an emergency because, you might not be doing a whole lot of installation because, school's already built, kind of aging. So what we can do is, if there's an issue, we bring the products to you. If you guys come to us, and you need something right away, usually it's an emergency, we can get that usually within a day or two.
So I don't see you in our list of suppliers right now. You guys new to town, or what's your story? I mean,
so
your track record. Did you have any local customers here, or what's?
We do have some local customers. Some of our top customers.
Who are some of those?
So Thurston Heating and Cooling, Fidelki Heating and Cooling, and Ruts as well. Okay. So those are kind of our top local customers here in Kearney. We are kind of new to the area, but yeah, we've done business with them. I do have some contact information if you want to get in contact with them. I'm not sure if you guys have contracted them in or not before, whether you have that relationship or not. But if you do, I have their contact information, and I've talked to them already, and they'd be willing to give a testimony. So
okay, don't worry about it. I'll call Ryan Rutt. Him and I go way back, so we'll.
That's good to hear.
I'll get the real story. So.
Oh, I hope he puts in a good word for me.
Yeah. But what? So what else can you guys bring to the table? I mean, we like fast service. We like cheap. I like cheap.
Of course. So, we're not going to be the cheapest products you find. What we really want to do is we're going to offer our service. One thing that we can offer is, if something goes wrong, we have the sheet metal and with a partner, we can, get what you need. We could go in there, get it retrofitted, offer you the best solution, and go to our partner and have that product built just for you. If it's not something we carry or if it's something kind of unique, I know when buildings get a little older, you can, go in there, or you contract someone to go in there and they're like, why did he do it this way? This makes no sense. And it's not something that, it's hard to find nowadays. So, what we offer is we can go in there, do the measurements, find, the best solution, and have that built for you.
And you just build that all into the cost, just charge us out the what for it, or what's that look like?
So since, we already have the sheet metal on hand, it's something that we offer. It will cost to, have it done. It's not free to us to, go have that built, but, we're not going to overcharge you. It's, one of the services that, we try and get, we try and help you guys out the best. you can't have kids in the school with no AC. You can't have kids in the school, with no heat. It's starting to cool down a little bit. So, we do everything possible, especially for the community. There's nothing more local than Kearney Public Schools, and we want to help you guys out as much as possible, especially with price and service.
Okay. I mean, you realize we're a school district, right? So we need GSA pricing. I mean, we really just look for the cheapest dog in town. I mean, budgets are tight. I mean, I had to let half of my maintenance guys go this past week just because budgets were cut. So,
right.
What can you value add without jacking the price up?
So the value we add is when we go in there and we measure that, and we want to get it right the first time. I would love seeing you in our store as much as possible, but that can be a bad thing. I want to go in there and do it right the first time. I don't want you coming back. This is the issue number 2, issue number 3. We go in there, because that adds up. You needed this, and someone didn't do that right. Well, now we have to fix that. Well, that price just keeps rising and rising. Materials, sending people over there to fix it. So when you work with us, we want to get it right the first time. We want the product to be exactly what you needed. As far as, we go in there, ask the right questions, offer the best solution. So what we offer, is just the expertise. We want to get it right the first time, save you guys money in the long run. So, up front, it might not be the prettiest. It won't be the ugliest either. I can promise you that. But in the long run, you will be saving money.
Alejandro mentioned your guys' warranty is pretty horrible. Can you expand upon that? Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get too much into warranties a whole lot. We do kind of work through the manufacturer. If there's a product or something not working, you do have to go through the manufacturer, but we will replace it and we will send it back for you.
Okay. So, I mean, the Win guys really take care of us. They bring a lot to the table when it comes to that. So,
right, I totally understand.
Yeah,
I was lucky enough to do an internship with Win, so they treated me pretty well. They're good people. They're 100%.
Gotcha.
So as far as warranties go, if it's a faulty product, it's no questions asked. We want to take care of your problem. But like I said, we will have to go through the manufacturer. We really don't have any issue with that. But yeah, it's kind of give or take on which product as well.
Who are these manufacturers you guys are mostly repping?
So for the most part, we work with like Luke Jan, Snappy. For filters, kind of Cook. So those are kind of our top 3.
How about some like the high warranty items? Who are some of those manufacturers? Because I mean, a filter's a filter. I mean, we're talking about components engineered to order, condensing units or whatever it may be.
So we work a lot with Champion. That's kind of most for like our ACs or heaters. That's who we work with the most. It's kind of a line that we represent. We brought a couple products in just to show. We weren't really in that field a whole lot, but we had the manufacturer stop by, and we had it on our floor, and it was big with customers, and they liked it. So that's kind of what we've been installing lately. Depending, how big the facility is, whether it's 6 ton to 20 ton. So it just depends on that size. But yeah, Champion is usually what we've been going with.
You guys do any sort of factory witness tests where we can go on a nice golf trip or, go tour the factory, all that? I mean, what's that look like?
Well, the situation now, it's a little iffy, but, I've been working on my golf game a little bit. It's easy to get outside, stay 6 feet apart. It's been a good transition into that. So yeah, the going golfing, it's a possibility for sure. You probably show me up. I'm not going to lie. I was a baseball player growing up. So, my swing it's kind of ugly.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. What else you got? What else were you and Alejandro talking about? Or, I mean, any other details on your guys' warehouse and stuff or your other capabilities?
So yeah, a big thing with, with you guys or with Alejandro was, he was adamant on having things in stock. One thing we offer, we have a nice warehouse. It's large, pretty big. I'd love to have you come by. I'll walk you through it.
How big is it?
Like 80,000 square feet.
8,000?
80,000.
80,000. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, you mind if I take a drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. So big thing is we'd like to meet with you guys, see what you need on stock at all times. If something goes wrong, what's kind of, something you guys, you need a lot of and you need it quick. We'd love to keep that, on hand, on stock, ready to go. We're not going to charge you for that. Who's to say, another customer might come in, need it. So, keeping that on our shelves, it's no issue. We'd love to have it for you guys.
What kind of terms are we talking here as far as payment terms, freight terms, all that? What's your standard?
So for freight, we're not going to charge you for that unless it is a specialty item that, you're going to need this once every 2 years or something just, completely random that, we're not really going to have on stock or we're going to have to go out and search for. There might be a freight charge on that, depending on weight, size. So, I can't promise, what it's going to cost right now. But
how about payment terms as far as
60 days. If you pay early, there is discounts. I'll have to check that with, the higher up, so as far as like starting out. I'll have to get back to you exactly what those payment terms are going to be, but we do offer, certain things for our customers for sure.
Okay.
Are there any products that, you were wanting to have on hand that I can, double check on, maybe put in an order eventually?
Yeah, the big thing for us right now is a lot of the motor control products for our HVAC units. I don't know if you guys mess with those or not. So your contactors, your safety switches. You guys doing any of that or just the sheet metal?
We do offer like replacement parts for, the, like you said, motor components, safety switches. That stuff, I might be a little foreign to me right now, but, I can look into it and, I'll get back to you exactly, what we can offer, what products you're carrying now. Maybe, it might not be a universal part. So we'll look into, the specs and, the spec sheet of, what exactly you need. So that's something I can look into for you. If you get me, the brand that you have now, or maybe something that you're looking to go to in the future. But yeah. That's something we can carry for you for sure.
So when I call the branch and stuff, who am I going to get a hold of? Is it going to be an answering service or, what's it look like? Am I calling you or who am I talking to?
So we have 2 other outside sales employees, 3 including myself. We have 5 inside sales. We got, a manager. We have warehouse employees who are just as capable of, answering the phone, being friendly and, getting you to whoever you need or putting in an order for you. We try to keep a universal system around to where, anyone can go do anything. But, those inside salespeople that you're going to talk to the most, they have the product knowledge. They have, everything that you should, that you're going to need. So no, there's no answering service. We're not a firm believer in that. Like to keep it personal, local. It's people that, if you come to our facility, I introduce you to all of them. They're all really good people who are more than willing to help.
Yeah, some of the stuff that we do, we apply for a lot of grants. They'll let us do some upgrades. Do you guys assist in that process at all as far as filling those out for us and helping facilitate that?
So as far as grants, and are you kind of getting towards like quotes or we help you fill out grants? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. So like some of your competitors, they'll actually fill out these grants for us that opens up a stream of money for us to dip into to buy stuff. Right. So what's your take on that?
We could definitely do that. That'll be kind of a first for me personally. But I'd love to, help you guys out as much as possible. One thing we try to do is, we really try helping out our customers, whether, a manufacturer kind of throws a job our way. We want to help out our contractors, help them grow as much as possible. And, if that's something, filling out that for you, we'd love to go that route and do everything we can to, make your lives easier, throw some money your way, help Kearney Public Schools as a district grow. And
you could take that. Go ahead and take it.
That's a timer. I apologize.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, but as far as filling out grants, yeah, we're on you guys' team. We want to help you out.
What do you do for the community around here? This be my last question. What do you guys do for KPIS? My wife's a teacher, so.
Okay. So one thing we like to do is, helping out the youth, as maybe sponsoring a baseball team, sponsoring, local sports programs, as well as, helping out maybe, the local, like Kearney High Band or Kearney Catholic schools. I I went to a Catholic school, so we like to spread the wealth kind of all over. But me personally, I'm good with kids. I like working with kids. I coach baseball a little bit. So that's kind of where we like to, help out the community. That's important to me.
Cool. Well, I'll let Alejandro you stop by and we'll be in touch. So
awesome. Well, would you could I sit down a time? Maybe you could come by our facility. I'll give you a tour, introduce you to some of the guys, some of the girls around here.
Yeah, let's do next Tuesday. We'll call Tuesday? That. Yep. You're buying lunch.
We'll have it provided for sure. What do you like?
Mom and Dad's barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
All right, I'll get that on there for you. Well, I really appreciate you having me. I apologize we had to do this over Zoom, but thank you for being flexible and helping me out a little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, well, it was nice meeting you. Thank you.
Yep. Catch you later.